I'm now 3 days without a cigarette or
God
vape.
damn.
Yeah. So I have tried some other methods of quitting, and they seem to be working, but I haven't really settled on one yet. So I got some off-brand Nicorette gum, and it sucks. And but first I got these. They were these pouches. They're Rogue.
Is that like chewing tobacco?
They're Apple. So they're basically like almost like the chew pouch, like the Skull Apple pouches, but with no tobacco. So it's just nicotine. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, there's a bunch of these out now. So the more popular ones are the ones I got tonight. Are these? They're like on. They're called. Yeah. So I got citrus, mint, and coffee. Uh,
Okay, the coffee one interests me, but what exactly do you do with these? Did you like open them up and there's like stuff in it and you chew it, or what's the
yeah.
deal?
So basically, what it is yeah, it's got these little fucking, and they're really small, so they spill out everywhere whenever you open it. But yeah, they're pouches that look like this, and you just fucking put it in your gums like you would fucking dip.
And they taste good, relatively.
This is the first time I'm trying coffee. It kind of tastes like. Have you ever had those? Have you ever had those Werther's coffee?
Love those. Big
That's
fan.
kind of what this tastes like, and I think I'm gonna like them.
Well, it kind of looks like the little white bag in the bottom of the beef jerky bags.
Yep,
You know what
that's
I mean?
exactly what it looks like. Yeah, and if you're doing it like somewhere, like if you're at a show or something, and you can't like spit it out or whatever, they have this little compartment in the back where you can put the used pouches.
Oh my God, how convenient.
Yeah. Well,
How
these ones,
gross though if like somebody opens it up like the share side of the Tic Tac box. Like,
yeah.
oh man, nasty.
Well, the reason why I got these ones is because I was at Giant Eagle and I was looking to see what different flavors they had and shit. And the on ones, for some reason, were on sale for three for $5. So I was like, fuck it. I'll get,
Yeah, why not? What do you got to lose?
yeah. But yeah, it's enough to keep me from smoking, I guess.
That's absolutely shocking. I don't know. I kind of thought the smoking was part of the fixation was like literally the habit of smoking, not
It
even just
is,
the nicotine.
it is, but I think when you get that hit of nicotine, it kind of like changes your brain a little bit to where it's like
Okay.
I don't need a cigarette, like I don't know, it's just like wearing a patch, like it's the same
Yeah. I feel
same
like half of Cleveland comedy is all quit smoking. Like what if everyone just stops getting booked now? Like what how else are we gonna network?
yeah. I don't know, man. I just had to quit. It's cost too much for one thing.
1,000%. And I mean and the cough you get when you first wake up in the morning and shit like that.
Yeah, it sucks. But it does burn a little bit, kind of like chew. Like it does burn your gums a little bit.
I
So
mean I would think it would, but like the nicotine habit and stuff like that,
yeah,
there should be some tingle to it.
but I do like the coffee flavor. It's nice.
That's actually really shocking that those turned out to be
Yeah.
at all tasty.
I automatically just assumed it was gonna taste like stale coffee. Like I just thought
Yeah,
that was what was gonna be. I thought I was gonna taste that one of those and throw it away, basically. But
I assumed you like wrapped up like a little bit of coffee in a coffee filter and stuck it to your gums, and that's basically what you got there.
yeah, but the nice thing about it is basically I can take these like because the oral fixation of smoking um kind of goes away for the most part after like 3 weeks. So like I can take these are 4 milligrams, and then I can go down to the 2 milligram ones, and that's basically nothing. And then yeah, the 6 milligram Rogue ones, I bought the Apple ones, were like a little too much. Like, I don't
A
know.
little too much of a buzz from them.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's
I felt
probably a good thing.
felt like I was dipping, you know. But yeah, man,
These goddamn liberals and their vegan dips they're coming out with now. There's not even tobacco in them.
yeah, they're decent though. Are you going to the roast battle on Saturday?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, are you on it?
No, no.
Yeah, neither am I. Bob McClure is roasting Phil Eckenrode. So
Yeah, I know. He was telling me about it at the funny stop last time I was there. He was pissed. They were like, I don't know how exactly to word it. He's pumped they have confidence in him, but
yeah.
a little bummed about having that much confidence in him.
Right, yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah, he's been
it,
sending me jokes for weeks and I'm like, dude, you only need 6 jokes, man. Like it's not
against Phil, you might need a lot more than that. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
It's only one round though. The most you're gonna get is maybe 7. Like
Yeah, it's true.
maybe a second sudden death or something. Um,
Sometimes it's like, I don't know. Sometimes you want to have the backup jokes though, in case they show up and then certain jokes apply more than you thought they would,
true. Yeah.
like, and you got to call an audible.
Yeah.
You definitely want to have something saved for that.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, man, this past weekend I did this show out in the middle of nowhere and it was awesome.
With
Um,
what was his name? Started with a V, right?
Vince Carone, yeah,
Yeah. See, okay.
he's recording his 6th album at Zany's in Chicago next month. So he's like doing a bunch of like as many road gigs as he can get to try to work out and try to make sure the material's honed in tight and shit. And yeah, dude, he was fucking hilarious. And the place was awesome. I messed up and got there way too early. Yeah, I thought the show started at 7. It started at 9, and
Oh,
so I got there at 6:30.
god damn.
Yeah, so I wrote my set list out over and over again, so I didn't have to look at it when I was up on stage. Um, but yeah, because it was the first time. It was. I mean, I've done 25 minutes plenty of times, but it was the first time I did 30, and it's not that much different, but it's
Nah, I feel like once you hit like 15 plus, you're like, okay, I'm gonna be up here a while. And
yeah.
now with like the smartwatch timing and stuff like that, my God, it is so much easier.
Yeah, and now I feel like I'm getting 30 on more of a regular basis because I'm next weekend I'm doing a little road tour with Dan Brown.
Hell yeah.
We're doing Nagani, Michigan on Friday night and Sheboygan, Wisconsin on Saturday night. So
All the
yeah,
places, man.
it'll be fun. I guess it's like a run that people do because Vince said that he's done it before. Because I didn't
It's like
know
it's like the Kessel run from Star Wars. Like that's oh yeah, I've
that.
been down that loop.
Yeah, I didn't
12
know.
parsecs.
I didn't
Took
know
me
the
from
name of the places very well, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're doing Nagani and Sheboygan," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, all right,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the staples.
right." But yeah, it'll be fun, man. I've never actually, I, I don't know if I've ever done comedy outside of the state of Ohio. I've done Pennsylvania once.
Yeah, I mean that's outside the state of Ohio.
Yeah, I've done Pennsylvania once, but yeah, other than that, I've never been like on any road gigs, so this should be fun. It'll be, hopefully doing more and more of them as the year goes on. That's the goal.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
I'm still hoping I get into the Vale Comedy Festival. I don't know if they've announced yet, but I haven't gotten an email yet. Um, that would be badass to go to Colorado for.
Oh, I can only imagine. That'd be a I mean, we know a couple of Colorado people that have done like Rubber City and the Cleveland Comedy Fest and stuff. So I mean,
Yeah,
seems like they represent well.
yeah. I've heard good things about that festival and shit. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to the roast battle at Mahal's though. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be real weird having it in the I think they're doing it in the apartment part of it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's new. I don't know. Do they have like timed contracts with these venues? Is that how that goes?
I don't know. I have
Yeah,
no idea.
they had
Yeah,
like the East End chapter, the
I'm
Odeon chapter, now the
well,
Halls chapter.
Kyle did tell us I think they have to find a new place for the Cleveland Comedy Festival next year because um Kyle did tell us during the festival that they have a new owner at the Odeon. So it's they don't I don't think they're gonna do it there next year. So we'll see where that goes. Um but yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks, man. Um
Yeah.
just like that shit and I mean it started off with the 51st jokes and just it's been a good start. Been a good start to the year for me.
1000%, man. I got to see the Franklin Castle. I've wanted to see that place since I was like 4. I used to
Yeah,
drive by
that's
there all the time.
I recently found out about that a couple years ago because one of my buddy's ex-girlfriends was real into like haunted shit and we talked about that before. Um yeah, and then Friday night I'm doing the Snow Angels show, which is I don't know. It's a weird show to do. It's a bunch of rich people in a big ass room. Um so that's me, Gary Campbell, and Brian Sternick, I think, are are doing that Friday. I don't know if anybody else is on it or not. But yeah, it's for charity. It's a good charity. They do shit for homeless people in Akron. So if you are listening and want to donate to the Akron Snow Angels, I shared their page on my Facebook page, so you can check that out. But yeah, man, are you excited for Valentine's Day? I saw the flyer.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. Hoping it'll be a good turnout. I'm curious what the dinner special is. I can't remember if it's on the flyer or not, but I
Yeah,
know they're doing a dinner special for that show.
yeah, they always have good turnouts for those. I feel like anytime they do a dinner special show for a holiday, they always have good turnouts.
Yeah, I mean it's a solid move.
Yeah,
W. Scott Ween, and Mary Santora.
yeah, good chance to get a good recording, man. It should
Thousand
be.
percent. So overdue to get a new one. I mean, I've gotten a couple. I got one last weekend in Erie, but yeah. Other than that, it's been a while since I've gotten like a solid just 5 minute alone, clip.
Yeah,
The one from
yeah.
Erie was like 20 minutes long, and I'm like, I can't submit this to anything.
I'm excited. I don't have like a delusion that I'm gonna get in, but I am excited that the submissions for Skankfest are 8 minutes because I had a hard time the when I featured with Mary. That's the video I use for my submission tape, and it's a good tape, but I had a hard time cutting it down to 5 minutes.
Yep.
So having that extra 3 minutes, I think, is gonna really like be a good showcase of what I do. You know, like it's
It's such a goofy quantity. I mean, maybe they did that on purpose. They're hoping that people have longer videos to be able to submit.
yeah.
This way they can reliably do more time. Assuming, I mean, otherwise,
I wonder who watches those videos. Like,
you think they pay people or something?
I mean, I know Christina, Big J Okerson's girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, um, like puts the whole festival together. So I don't know
Jesus, why
if
would you put a woman
she
through that?
watches them. Yeah, I don't know if she watches them or what, but yeah, it's interesting, man. It's I mean that would be huge to go to Vegas for Skankfest. That'd be awesome. I would like to just go one year, even if I don't get in. Like, just it'd be a cool vacation to go to Skankfest.
Yeah, it would, but it'd be a
'Cause
lot better to go perform.
oh yeah, yeah. Because they have like this past year, did that everybody who's anybody in comedy performed at that festival. Like, I mean, Dave Attell, Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, Joe List, like everybody. All of my favorites were at Skankfest last year, so it would be awesome. Kyle Honhorse has been a couple times, like just like in attendance.
I bet. He seems
Yeah,
like he would enjoy that a lot.
yeah. Um, But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about some of the shit coming up this year with some of the festivals and whatnot. It should be a good year. Yeah, I forgot me and Bob did that road weekend, but it was in like Columbus area a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. Um, and then my February is looking weak though, dude. I have that weekend with Dan Brown, and that's it on the calendar. So if anybody has some shows they want to book in February, hit me up. um, but yeah, man. I don't know. We'll talk about some. There's some interesting news stories I wanted to talk about. I don't know if we'll do a comedian because this will be like a little bit of a shorter episode. But where's the one I wanted to play? Oh yeah, this. So I couldn't I didn't have time to clip together the clips that they did, so I'm just using somebody else's clip.
That's fine.
This is from Pod Save America. We always talked about how like Obama, one of his most memorable speeches was a eulogy.
Yeah.
We always said that like we could never see Trump doing a eulogy. But he did one for Diamond from Diamond and Silk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so this is from Pod Save America that came out yesterday.
Speaking of loyalty, here's a clip of Trump eulogizing Diamond of Diamond and Silk this weekend, right after Silk says that Trump treated them like family. Let's take a listen.
President Trump, I just want to say thank you so much for believing in Diamond and Silk. He treated us just like Laura. He treated us just like the other children, Eric, Don Jr., Tiffany. He treated us just like when we came around, when Diamond and Silk came around, it was like we was part of the family.
You know, the world has lost one of its brightest stars, real star, but I see that we have another star who is equal to, but she stepped up and she is different. I'm serious. I thought I knew them both. I didn't. I knew Diamond, but I didn't know Silk at all. I just learned about Silk. You're fantastic.
In fairness, that is the weirdest comment. In fairness, that is treating her like he treats Tiffany.
Well played. Well played.
I mean, can you imagine?
He also complained about the length of the ceremony several times. Imagine going to a funeral, speaking, complaining about the duration.
Yeah, he was like, we probably should use that clip too, but he was like, yeah, they told me 15, 20 minutes, but I got to be back in Palm Beach.
He's like, the Bengals-Bills game is unbelievable.
Oh, that is fucking hilarious, dude. So
a little rough, man. That's a little rough.
So she just got done saying that he treated her like family, and then he's like, I just learned about Silk. I didn't know her.
Who was the first lady speaking? I did love the fact that she started to list off the names of Donald Trump's children real confidently at first, and then just kind of trailed off towards the end.
Yeah, that was Silk.
You didn't need to name them.
And Laura Trump isn't one of Trump's kids either.
Oh.
Laura Trump is married to Eric Trump. Yeah. So it's not even one of Trump's kids. She left out Ivanka and then couldn't remember Don Jr.'s name. And then
Laura didn't even show up till the later seasons, man. Come on now.
And then mentions Tiffany, who Trump has never mentioned, I don't think. Who is
and Trump purposely so, I bet.
Oh, by the way, speaking of rich girls, did you hear Paris Hilton is having a baby?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we need another one of those.
The world is a lot better off.
Yeah.
Now that she's having a child.
Oh man. Yeah, the fact that he said that he wanted to get back to watch the fucking game. Like that is.
Did he really? I thought they were just kidding about that. I didn't know that.
I think he actually said it. I don't know. That could be Tommy Vitor just joking, but I don't.
It would be. I mean, it would be really funny for him to complain about how long the speakers are taking, as he's taking forever.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
That's a rough one. I mean, do you think he invited himself to do the eulogy?
No, I think because he was like a big. He talked about Diamond and Silk a lot and shit, like, and he like raised them up quite a bit. So I've never even seen anything from them,
No.
Diamond and Silk. Like I just heard they were basically like uh two crazy conservative black women that had a show. Like that's all.
I I
That's
thought it
all.
was a bank for a second. I was like, that's cool. I've never heard of Diamond and Silk, you know.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I guess I could have shared the screen with you.
It
Forgot.
was pretty fun imagining it.
Yeah, so we have to talk about this. We haven't talked about it at all, and
Oh yeah.
I
God
feel
damn.
like I feel like we're avoiding it because it's a Democrat. But
And it's all anybody's talked about.
yeah, but so this happened. I think was it 3 days ago? Yeah, 3 days ago. The FBI raided the home of a sitting president. This is from the Today Show.
This morning, the White House revealing more classified information was found at President Biden's Delaware home, taken by the Justice Department Friday after a nearly 13-hour FBI search of the entire property. Done at the invitation of the president's legal team, who said they offered to provide prompt access for a comprehensive check of any potential classified material that wasn't already turned over to the DOJ. The FBI recovered 6 items with classification markings and surrounding materials, some of which authorities say dated back to Mr. Biden's time in the Senate, in addition to some from his years as vice president. It's the latest such discovery after fewer than a dozen classified documents were found at the president's former office in Washington, D.C. in November, along with more in his Wilmington garage and an adjacent room in recent weeks, though the total number is unknown. The disclosure comes just days after the president said he had no regrets over his handling of the document saga in his first public comments since the appointment of a special counsel.
What the lawyers have told me they want me to do, it's exactly what we're doing. There's no there.
In this case, there was no search warrant that prompted the detailed review, unlike the FBI seizure at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate last August, a distinction the Biden White House has made repeatedly.
He's not resisting an investigation. He's not stonewalling. He's offering total cooperation with the Justice Department as this proceeds.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the major difference.
Yeah,
But
they didn't
dude,
have, they didn't have to get a warrant to do a lot of the things that they're doing to Biden in this
yeah,
situation.
like this shit, like basically Biden offered this up on his own
Yeah,
and then like allowed them to search his house and shit without getting a warrant. Like
he's not fighting to keep the documents either.
no.
Another
Yeah.
weird thing
Yeah,
that I could not figure out.
yeah, the Trump thing was like, we know you have these documents, and he's like, fuck you, they're mine. Like,
Right?
you
And
know,
we were
and
like, why do you want them? What do you,
yeah.
well, what are you?
Yeah.
And Biden's situation, you're just finding 3, 4, 5 here and there all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
For a second, I was thinking like, why does Biden need to have classified documents in his garage? And
Well, dude.
then I thought, wait a minute, he's got access to Area 51. You think he stole some goddamn documents from Area 51 and now he's gonna make himself a spaceship in his garage?
I think probably what happened is Biden stuck his papers from the day in his briefcase and brought them home, and
Yeah.
and some classified documents got mixed in. It's not like there's boxes of classified documents. There's like 6 mixed in with like boxes of documents. You know, like it's so.
And I think another good point. Biden's currently the president. I mean, on a loophole here, doesn't he already have the top clearance? So at this
Yeah.
point, even if they find old papers, he's like, haha, I still have top clearance. You can't do shit. Trump wasn't the president anymore. He didn't have that clearance anymore.
Yeah. I mean, some of them were from his days as a senator, but it's
But
and
he's
vice
still
president.
got the top clearance now. So
Yeah.
it's under his custody.
Yeah. I do hope though, it's not seeming like my hope is gonna come true, but I do hope that this makes him not run for a second term. I really do.
Yeah,
Like-
I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, you can lead a coup against the current regime and basically
Yeah.
run again at this point. I don't know, man. I don't think misplaced documents here and there is gonna do it.
I just don't want him to run again. I just
No.
don't, dude. Like I think I don't know. I think if he runs again, we're gonna end up with President Ron DeSantis. Like it's
Oh God, can you imagine?
yeah, dude. He's basically Ron DeSantis is basically Trump with hair and a suit that fits. Like you know, like
Yeah,
they're
he's a more put together Trump.
yeah, they're the same. They're the same person. Ron DeSantis just speaks a little better. I think
He's got a lot of popularity too. That's the weird thing. He says dumb shit all the time, but
Yeah.
he says it better, and that just leads to a group of dumb people following. I don't know, man.
yeah.
Dio once said, "If you listen to fools, the mob rules," and that's pretty much Florida. That's pretty much Florida.
Right. Yeah, this one shocked me because I did not hear about this until I found it on YouTube. This was from 5 hours ago. This was from ABC News about classified documents at Mike Pence's house.
And former Vice
God
President Mike
damn it!
is now facing growing questions over his handling of classified documents as concerns grow over our government system for even keeping track of secret. We have learned now that the Justice Department and FBI are conducting a review after the discovery of roughly a dozen documents marked classified at Pence's Indiana home. And this all comes as President Biden and former President Trump face special counsel investigations into their handling of classified material. Sources also tell us that what's prompted Pence's lawyers to proactively search his home were those investigations. Walter's joining me now. So, Catherine, what more are we learning about how these documents?
I think maybe let's just stop having politicians that are old enough to confuse classified documents for their lunch menus for the
Let's
day. Like
let's just go digital. Let's just go digital at this point, guys. That's if we have learned anything is that apparently goddamn everybody in Washington just tosses these classified documents around and they really don't mean that much.
it's great.
What let's just digitize this shit, man. This way no one's I mean, now I'm gonna be pissed though, because you're still gonna see CNN and Fox going after each other like, well, you handled the documents worse than we did. And it's complete bullshit because clearly everybody just fucks these documents up all the time.
You know who hasn't found any classified documents at his house? Barack
Who?
Obama. And I think you didn't see this shit happening when a black president was in office. I think we just maybe need another black president. I think maybe
I'm down.
I think
Let's do
maybe I think maybe Hakeem Jeffries should should take a run at it, dude. Like
yeah, I mean I think a black president would have handled the neo-Nazi situation a little bit better than ours did.
yes. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just ready for like we have had more normalcy since Biden has become president. That's about to be over though, because the 2024 election is going to start to be in full swing here in about 6 months, and I don't know, man. It's going to be ugly. Like Trump, they just announced that Trump is going to be reinstated by Facebook and Instagram.
Oh God.
He is planning. He has a team apparently that is trying to figure out what his first tweet is going to be. Account goes back live.
He's putting a lot of thought into this, man. I think mine would just be a picture of Bender from Futurama going, "I'm back, baby," and that'd be, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes less is more, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think
You think
the-
he's gonna keep talking about the stolen election, or you think he's moved on by now?
no, he's going to keep talking about the stolen election, and that's why it's never going to end.
Oh my God.
Let's stop to share. Yeah. And apparently I'm not going to play that story, but apparently we're sending heavy duty tanks to Ukraine. So
We weren't
step it-
already. I can't keep
step
up
it up a
anymore.
little bit, dude. I don't know, man. I haven't really been paying attention to the war in Ukraine.
No, it's been going on so
Lately.
long. It becomes a kind of a background thing here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hope they win because
Yeah.
I hope it cripples Russia to the point.
Oh, it already is like causing a lot of problems. At least it's gonna be problems in the future.
I heard something about Putin having cancer. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
official.
Karma cancer.
Oh no. The Ukraine military is claiming that Putin has been terminally ill for a very long period and may die soon.
That would be
That's
that
what
would
their
be quite odd.
that's what their intelligence is saying.
Oof.
He's apparently being kept alive on Western cancer drugs. Continuing to wage the war. Yeah, I mean that's what it. Putin cancer drugs warped Ukraine plan. That's from Business Insider.
Man, it sounds like we're just are we giving Ukraine weapons or are we selling them? Because I mean, if we're just selling cancer drugs to Russia and then selling guns to fucking Ukraine, man, we are the plug.
Yeah, and I saw something today about that Kim Jong Un wants the United States to protect North Korea against China.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know what. I
Excuse
don't-
me.
Yeah, that was on that Not the Onion page, but those stories are usually pretty true.
That's pretty hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, awkward, man.
The FDA, I did a joke about it tonight, but the FDA has proposed the new limits on lead in baby food. So yeah,
Have we just consumed enough lead that it's not a problem, or
I guess, dude. I did my joke was just the USDA or the FDA has proposed new limits on lead in baby food. It's like, damn, I didn't know the FDA were a bunch of libtards, dude. You know, like
yeah, right. We're now allowing only up to 3% baby formula. The rest can be lead. It's fine.
Oh man. Yeah, Josh Sprague hit me up today. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, man. Every time he drifts into town, he brings the party with him.
Yeah, we might have something coming soon. With
Ooh, I hope so.
Josh Sprague. Yeah. I saw somebody is running a show in North Madison, and I sent him a screenshot of it, and I was like, somebody's encroaching on your territory, man. What's
Oh shit. You got some thumbs to break, homie.
going on? Yeah. And he said he wasn't mean about it, and I was like, I would have been.
Yeah. I don't
like,
think Josh Sprague can be mean. I just don't see him. I just don't see him being a mean guy.
I told him I would have said, you don't fuck with the Peaky fucking blinders. So, I've been watching that show constantly, dude.
It's
So
so
I'm like,
dope. It's
yeah.
so dope.
I have a hard time not falling into the accent now. Like it's
Every now and then, especially with the names too, because then you hear them all the time.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm at the season where Tom Hardy just died. So
oh, that was sad.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't really get it, but whatever. I don't know.
I think the earlier seasons were better, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, the earlier seasons were the shit. I mean, now it's just like I don't know what's gonna happen now. I guess because
It's still good, but it's not as good.
my brother said my brother's the one that turned me onto it. Chris, he said that he heard there's gonna be a movie to tie things up. So
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah,
It's like it depends though, like theatrical release, or is it going to be like how Breaking Bad did it?
maybe I don't know. Sometimes those things suck, dude. Like
It really depends. You
the
know,
Entourage one was terrible, dude. Like it was so bad.
I never did watch Entourage.
The Entourage was one of my favorite shows, and the movie they made to wrap things up was basically like everything, like the whole show everything went bad that could go bad, and sometimes there was like a good moment for like one of the characters,
Yeah.
somebody else was having something go bad at the same time. And the movie was like it ended and like everything was good for everybody. You know, and it's like this is not what the show was about. Like that's, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate shows that just like wrap up with a happy ending. Like it's just
Yeah. It really depends. It really depends on, you know, the movie or the show or something like that. Like, cause there's like Shawshank Redemption. Would you call that a happy ending? He gets out of jail and has his money and everything kind of works out. But like at the same time, he went through some shit before that happened. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I like a happy ending, but really case by case.
I want to see that play with Alex de Corville. I mean,
I
that'd be.
know, man.
I wonder if
It's
there's
it's
gonna be an
so far
encore.
away though. It's so far away from me.
Is it like a running thing? Is it like they're running it for several weeks or something like that?
Probably. At least I would assume at least the weekend.
Oh man, I would love to see that, dude.
All right, we might have to organize a group trip. Hey, there's shit to do in Garrettsville. I don't know.
It was in Garrettsville.
That's what I believe so. Yeah, if I read correctly.
Have you ever had Steubenville pizza?
No, I've been to Steubenville a couple times. but-
Apparently, it's a thing. Because when I was there, I was texting Kyle Honhorst, and he told me to try Steubenville pizza, and I was like, I'm nowhere near any Steubenville pizza places. But apparently, it's like they make the pizza, but they don't put the cheese on it until right when they put it in the box, and then they put the cheese on it, and then they shut the box. So when you get it, when you get it home, the cheese is like barely melted.
That's kind of interesting. Okay. I can roll with that. I'm curious now.
I'm curious, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. Like I'm gonna try it, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. Like
I think just like the I mean, I guess it wouldn't be cold when you're eating it. So
yes.
yeah, I'm curious as to like what kind of texture difference that makes or
Yeah, I'm like
you
so
know?
like a Lunchable, but with a real pizza crust. Like, is that what we're dealing with here? Like,
I don't know, that kind of sounds fun to me. I'm definitely interested. Like, I didn't know anything about that. Is it just every place down there or is there just one specific place that does that?
no, it's like a thing, I guess. Like Steubenville pizza, like Detroit pizza, Chicago pizza.
Oh, okay.
Steubenville
Wow.
pizza. Yeah.
That's bold for Steubenville. I've been there.
It seems
Yeah.
like a lot less impressive to have.
Yeah, man. You know, it's
Like,
not. I
don't
mean,
think I don't
I
think I
only
no, I don't think I could ever hear an argument going on where people were like, I prefer Chicago pizza, and then somebody's like, I prefer New York pizza, and then the third person's like, oh, dude, you haven't had Steubenville pizza. Like,
no,
yeah,
nobody has. That's that's a tough argument, man. I mean, I guess if you got the one that no one's ever tried, you could be like, well, yeah, mine's the best, and no one's gonna know otherwise. No one's
Right.
had that.
yeah. If Steubenville's anything like Jewett, I don't think very many people have been there, so I don't know.
After I went down to Steubenville, I ended up drinking at a bar called Rob's Friendly Tavern, and mind you, everybody was super cool there, but like it was basically like drinking in a trailer with
Yeah.
several strangers.
Yeah,
Not
that
complaining.
makes sense. No, that makes sense because Kyle's from Lima, so that makes sense. That would be,
It all adds up. It all
sorry.
adds up.
I was gonna say sorry, Megan, if you're listening. not, I don't think everybody from Lima is trash. But just
No, they're
hearing
friendly.
Kyle describe Lima is like it's like he's proud of it being trash. Like it's
You've never been to Lima? You've never driven through Lima ever?
like on the highway. I've never gotten off that. Why would anybody get off the highway in Lima?
Wrong exit.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. It's,
Poorly timed gaslight. That's happened.
I mean, that'd be like somebody being like, "Oh, you've never been to Norton?" Like,
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I don't have a record.
yeah.
I don't even know if there's a jail there. Sounds like a place there would be.
Have you had Norton pizza?
No.
Yeah, no, it's not a thing.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an ongoing thing. Have you guys had Barberton pizza?
Yeah. Now,
That shit is
Barberton
swollen.
chicken is a thing, and it's overrated. That's
Okay, I've never heard of that either.
Oh no, Barberton chicken's like a well-known thing. They have like 2 chicken places that are very well known, but it's overrated. If you like crispy chicken, you wouldn't like Barberton chicken.
Oh yeah, no, big crispy chicken guy.
It's basically fried chicken that they fry the chicken in lard instead of oil, is all it is.
Yeah, it doesn't sound up my alley.
It has a good taste, but the crust is not crispy, and I like crispy crust. So
Yeah, I think I would just miss that a little bit.
yeah, for sure. Well, you have anything coming up to promote?
Still just that February 14th Valentine's Day show. I'm doing a charity show with I Am Chad and Rich Green and March 30th, but that's super far away.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. I do have something to promote. Next Monday is going to be the first show of the new kind of booked open mic, I guess, at Bar Lucci in Kent. Anthony Savat is starting up another show in Kent on Mondays. So
Oh, that's tight.
that'll be cool. Yeah, I talked to Harrison about it. I want to see if I can maybe find, because they're going to start it at 9. So I want to see if I can maybe find a place in Akron to do a mic at like 7, so people could come out this way and hit 2 mics in one night. Like,
That would be clutch.
yeah, because I want there to be a better scene in Akron, just because I like Akron, and
I think Highland Square is falling apart. Well, not so
yeah,
much. I shouldn't say that because Barmacy is doing better, but
Yeah.
Matinee is kind of, I guess, not as good as it used to be from what everyone says.
right. And I also just don't want to have to drive as far all the time. So
yeah, I
Yeah.
bet.
if I could get some more shit going on like Mondays and Tuesdays around the Akron area, that'd be fucking awesome. So, but then I also have to clear it with you know who. So, to make
Yeah.
sure that he's not going to get pissed about it.
I miss having something on Thursdays, man. Hatfields isn't really ongoing anymore. They moved it to Wednesdays.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing on Thursdays except for High and Dry now. I think. Well, in Crowbar, like once a month? I think they're doing it.
Yeah, and then Taco Tano's is doing it every other Thursday or something like that.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
not that consistent.
That's on Thursdays now, right?
Yeah, I think they just moved it to Thursdays though. So
Yeah.
don't know, man. It's everything's shifting around. I'm not liking it. I thought we had a good schedule.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll figure it'll work itself back out. I think the thing is that all of the shit is still being ran by people who are in our group, or even people that have been doing comedy longer than our group of people. And none of the newer people are starting shit up. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think
That's
that's
probably why shit's dwindling.
yeah, I think that's the problem. Like there's a lot of people that are like 2-3 years in, and it's like, come on, man, pull your weight, start some shit up. Like
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know.
This economy ain't gonna work with just us.
Yeah, because once you get to the point where you're like working on weekends pretty consistently, like you don't really want to run shit during the week. Like you want to like
Right?
most of the time I don't even want to go out during the week, but I'll still go out and do a mic if there's one available and I have nothing else to do. But like I don't want to have to commit to doing one every week whenever I
Nah,
have.
man. I did my time. I did
Yeah.
my time. I had Grindstone a long time, and that was not. I went through some bad times for it to get to the times where they were good, and now I'm like, I want to focus on like going around and doing other shows and just not having to host all the time and
Yeah.
focusing on my set. I've done that in a lot of January so far, and that's been nice. But still, I
Yeah, like if I start something up in Akron, it's definitely going to be getting other people to host it too. Like I don't want to have to do it every single week But
Well, that's what everyone's doing anymore. I think everyone's been really cool about having guest hosts and things like that. And
yeah,
I mean, it's gotten a lot of people experience. That's for sure.
yeah, Judd's on Tuesdays is a good mic.
I got to start going back to that, man. I stopped when it was getting kind of rough towards the end, and
I don't know about the 1 minute spots, but if you get a hold of David or Brian ahead of time and get one of the opening spots, it's a great mic. It really is. They pack it out, and it's just, I think it's more of just like how they situated it now. It forces everybody in the bar to pay attention, and it's a good crowd. So I'm gonna start going to that more for sure. But it is kind of far for me to drive on Tuesdays, when Tuesdays is usually our day that we do a podcast if we didn't do one on the weekend. So
we gotta start doing them more on the weekends and
yeah.
getting Sundays together or something like that. Now that football's not a thing.
Yeah, Bartolomucci wants to do one, and he won the amateur contest at Funny Stop with Vaughn, but we've already had Vaughn on, so
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, so we have him on, and then yeah, we'll start doing some more regular episodes. I think again soon. We have a lot of people that we haven't had on.
Yeah, and I think we've got some upgrades with some camera stuff we can do and
Yeah,
all
for
kinds
sure.
of shit, lighting and stuff. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'm planning on buying a new camera, and my phone camera is pretty fucking good. So
Mine too. I'm using it right now.
yeah, so we'll get that shit going. But all right, man, I'll talk to you later this week sometime. Sure. All right.
Catch
Later.
you later.